Hold on. Hold on.
I gotta mute it because they playing music. Just stand by, y'all. Yeah, they're playing a lot of copyrighted music, though I have it on mute. That's why I have it on mute. Just give me a minute.
that come down to what does Ryan have to do?
And two young guys in that line. I know Devin will fight anyway. It's always been that way since we started looking after him in 2019. He wanted me to make the fight with Lomachenko in 2020, and he was chasing that genuinely. And you know, Top Rank moved him up to franchise champion, and he became an email champion, as some of the critics called him. And look what he's done since. You know, he's been unbelievable. That's why I think that Ryan deserves a lot of credit. Because if he loses to Devin Haney, he's in a pretty tough spot. You know, he's moving up to 140, so this is his true weight class. There's no hydration clause. Devin's really difficult to beat. You know, it's not like you're in with a guy who's a bit limited and, you know, you can find a way. Like, Devin's very tricky and very skillful. So, again, I think that if Ryan loses this fight, he's not in a great position, but he's also young. But we should be commending them rather than saying, oh, you're done if you finish. We should be looking to take the biggest challenges in the sport. And I think, you know, he messaged me a while ago and said, I want to fight Devin Haney. I didn't really believe it, you know, and then he moved on to Rowley, which was definitely the right decision for him. But when that fell through, he came back to Devin, and you know, you have to give him a lot of respect for taking the fight.
Eddie, why was it the right decision to face Rowley at that moment when he messaged you?
Because it's a lot easier fight. You know, if you're representing a fighter, you want, you know, sometimes the biggest reward for the biggest risk. But I would fight Rowley every day over Devin Haney. I mean, it's such an easier fight.
Bernard Hopkins! Bernard!
Take it out! You know, I think that when that fight became available, I was disappointed, but I didn't hate him for the decision. I felt like it was probably the right decision. But what impressed me most was when that fight did fall through, Ryan stepped up and went back to Devin and said, yeah, we're going to make it happen. No, I think Pitbull wins that fight.
Why do you think falling apart on the PBC side?
Sorry?
So what do you think make up all these fights falling apart on the PBC side?
Yeah, I mean, it's great for us, it's great for the zone, but you know, the problem is we're in a good position now where we don't just need to bring any fight or any big name, because the price of that fight, the price has got to be right for the business. You know, you get a lot of these guys, this is why people are so inactive. Look what inactivity did to Deontay Wilder, all because he wasn't prepared to take the money for an easy defence in Alabama, which he should have done. Terence Crawford should be fighting now in Omaha, even if it's against someone from the top 10. Stay relevant, keep the profile moving. Look at Anthony Joshua. You know, he took two small paydays in Jermaine Franklin and Robert Helenius. Then, of course, moved on to Wilding and now Ngannou. That's 4 fights in 11 months. But those guys, Wilder wouldn't have taken the money that AJ made for Franklin and Helenius. He said, I'm not fighting for that kind of money. So that you end up sitting out for 18 months with no rounds and then get beat by Joseph Parker. Terence Crawford fights once a year. He's the best fighter in the sport. It's crazy. So there's a method to staying active, and you get the most amount of money. But those guys, you know, it's not just a case of us going in and signing Crawford and signing Boots. Like Boots against Cody Crawley, not a fight that's going to do great numbers. But Boots is a guy that could go on and rule the division. So you just got to be smart. There's a huge amount of fighters available in the marketplace from PBC. But it's not just a case of signing all of them and then not being able to honour your obligations to them, because that was the problem before.
And why do you think Tank was willing to negotiate with you now to kind of big fight, but not fully definitely Haney off?
Well, he wasn't really willing to negotiate. He asked for an offer. We gave him an offer which was $10 million plus upside on gate and pay-per-view. I think he would have made around $20 million for that fight, but he didn't want to discuss it. And the problem is with a lot of these guys, they've got people in their ear that steer them away deliberately from other things for their own interests. So Tank Davis should be taking control of his own business, his own career, and having those conversations and those meetings. If he thinks Conor Benn is an easy fight, for $20 million. I mean, I don't know what he's making to fight Frank Martin, but it is also up at 147 pounds, and maybe he's not comfortable up at 147 pounds. So, you know, but I want to see Tank get active as well. All these guys should be fighting 3 times a year.
Pretty difficult for you, if you can be honest about it. Canelo's apparently leaving PBC, should be heading over to Matchroom. It's supposedly supposed to be like Berlanga and Munguia, as opposed to Benavidez and probably maybe a Jamal Charlo. In your opinion, a lot of people saying that Canelo's taking the easier route. Do you think that Berlanga and Munguia
Let me tell you something about Canelo Alvarez. The most fearless fighter I've ever met. Trust me when I say Canelo Alvarez will fight anywhere, right? He will fight Benavidez, he will fight Charlo, he will fight Munguia, he will fight Berlanga. What he wants is, he wants people to come to fight. What he doesn't want people to do is to come to survive. He was really disappointed with the Charlo fight because Charlo never come to fight. He never came to try and win the fight. And the problem with a fight against a brother, commercially it doesn't work, he probably won't come and try and win the fight either. Munguia is a guy that will come with everything to win that fight. He will put it on Canelo Alvarez, he will stand and fight with him. So will Berlanga, so will Benavidez. So in my opinion, what he doesn't want to do is fight Charlo. He's not interested in fighting Crawford. Crawford's a 147 pounder that's going to move around and try and box in and out of fight. He wants to fight Munguia, Benavidez, Berlanga. He wants to fight young fighters that come to win. So from our position, there's nothing done with Matchroom with Canelo Alvarez. We talk all the time. It would be an honour to bring him back to Matchroom and DAZN. We're going to certainly try to do so. But at the moment, we're just talking. But for everybody that says, he's trying to avoid, look at his resume. He's never avoided anybody. And when he fights Benavidez, which I'm sure he does, that is a huge fight. And we would be happy to talk to Benavidez and try and make that fight with Canelo Alvarez. But what he wants right now is he wants a planned schedule, because clearly he's been messed around, and he wants to get back to fighting and knowing he's fighting. Not doing one fight and then the goalpost move and then the opponents move. You know, let's get him back, finishing his career as strong as possible, as what he is, the greatest fighter of our generation.
Which fight is the most sense right away?
Listen, the Munguia fight is a really big fight. Yes. Really big fight. It does tremendous numbers. Really, in honesty, Berlanga probably would ideally have one more to convince you guys that is a real credible fight. But I'll tell you something about Edgar Berlanga. Mexico, Puerto Rico, he will come in the middle of the ring and he will fight Canelo Alvarez. And he will give you a great fight.
Hey, Eddie.
I cannot deny that the Munguia fight right now, commercially, is a big fight.
Hey, Eddie,
Which fight would you say is bigger, going to sell the most pay-per-view buys? Is it Haney versus Ryan or Canelo versus Munguia?
Canelo versus Munguia. It's a massive fight. And you can't compare the numbers. You know, Haney Garcia is a brilliant fight. I think he's going to do really, really well. Canelo Alvarez is, you know, a consistent pay-per-view seller against anyone. You put two Mexicans in together, you put two guys, you know, maybe a country that's a little bit split in supporting the new charge and the king of boxing. You put a guy in with Canelo Alvarez that comes on the front foot, that throws plenty of punches, that only comes forward. You've got an unbelievable all-Mexican war.
Eddie,
not a guy that's trying to survive.
if Canelo was doing so great, why did DAZN or Matchroom let him go in the first place?
Because we didn't have the opponents for him. The only fight we had for him was Dimitri Bivol, which we couldn't make because Bivol had a fight to do, and then he was fighting Beterbiev. So we couldn't get that fight made. Bivol wanted to do it at 168. Canelo wanted it at the same terms. So he had no choice but to join the PBC because they gave him a good path. But the path eroded. The path that was mapped out never actually materialised. And he doesn't want to fight a guy. He was disappointed with the Charlo fight because Charlo ran for 12 rounds. He didn't even try and win the fight. And his brother will do the same. His brother might not even turn up. So you can't, you need a reliable plan. And a reliable plan, even if you think that, Munguia, Berlanga, what about Benavidez? No problem. Like, when I've talked to Sal about Benavidez, like, the fact that people think he won't fight him, he actually laughs. You know, this is a guy, he's fought everybody. He'll fight Benavidez and we'll do that deal to fight Benavidez. But he wants activity, he wants a plan. Benavidez ain't happening in May.
But if you are able to get, if you're calling out Benavidez, he's across the street. You could have been able to, when you had Canelo, why wasn't you calling him?
Because the PBC don't want to work with anyone, and now they're fucked. Yeah? So you get to a situation where if I reached out to Benavidez, what the PBC do is they go, we're only making that fight on a PBC.
Okay.
Not, we'll give Benavidez the opportunity. And this is what people don't understand. They're not willing to let their guys go on another platform to take a chance to achieve greatness. It all has to happen with them only.
So how does Matchroom capitalize on what's going on with the PBC?
So
How do you
what we do is
capitalize
we
on that?
sign who we want to sign, that people who have the commercial value, not just guys because they've got a good name. Some of these guys, PBC have lost a lot of money on doing fights with those fighters. So you have to, the price has to be right, the business has to be right. But people like Benavidez, if we do manage to do a deal with Canelo Alvarez, we can do Munguia, we can do Berlanga, or if Benavidez wants to come and play, but it doesn't, when PBC do a deal, they only let you go and fight one of their fighters if you align yourself to PBC. What I wouldn't do to Benavidez is say, oh, you can fight Canelo Alvarez, but you've got to sign a 5-fight deal with Matchroom or DAZN. I just want to see a great fight. And Canelo Alvarez don't care about who's with who. He'll just say to me, this is what Canelo will say to me, Eddie, who am I fighting and how much?
What have you
But
done
Eddie,
about
if
PBC having other fighters
Eddie,
coming in?
Eddie, what?
Would you at least understand the disappointment from everybody if it is Berlanga next? He's a very good fighter, but he hasn't fought anybody.
But at the end of the day, who is the other option? The only option right now on the table, Canelo never got Benavidez offers for May and all this big money that everyone's talking about. They said to him, you can fight Jamel Charlo, and by the way, the money that we promised you, we're not even promising you that anymore. He don't even want to fight Charlo. So he's got to look at other options. He's got to look at young fighters that are ready. If Benavidez wants to come and talk to us and make that fight, we can talk to him and make that fight, no problem. But if he's leaving the PBC because they haven't delivered on what was planned, you can't expect him to just hang around and wait on it. So Munguia, I think, is the fight for May. Listen, if Berlanga happens in September, great. Maybe he gets another big win in the meantime. If Benavidez wants to fight in September, Sal will fight all of them. He just wants to be active.
What do you think on Benavidez going up to 175, fighting Alexander?
The weirdest fight I've ever seen.
Why is that?
Why is that fight?
But I think he's trying to stay
You don't
active.
think
like
Eddie
you say, he's trying to stay
Reynoso
active.
pulled one over on Al?
Before the interim.
Yeah, listen, Godzik's a very good fighter. But what's Benavidez doing? Is he moving up to 175? Is he going? Once Benavidez starts moving to 175, he may never come back.
Well, he says he wants to win.
Hey, Eddie,
better than Bivol. He said he wants to
We
win.
can do that.
Eddie, real quick.
Says Shakur beats both Haney and Tank. After watching Haney, I'm saying.
I think Shakur might be the best lightweight in the world, right?
Right, but after watching Haney and Shakur's last fight, do you still feel the same way?
Shakur's an excellent fighter. Excellent fighter. Unfortunately, he hasn't been promoted properly. He's not the star that he should be. Sometimes he's not as entertaining as he should be. But the problem is in boxing is everyone wants you to go out and have a war. But these young guys that are well schooled, they know how to win rounds and they know how to beat people. Devin Haney's another one of those guys. Shakur's another one of those guys. Richardson Hitchens, who fights in April, he may be one of the best 140 pounders in the world. Yeah. But these are guys that are going to have longevity to their career. What people do want to see is excitement. And you don't get a load of excitement from Shakur Stevenson fights unless he's really in there with someone who's trying to win.
Eddie, real quick.
Shakur against Gervonta Davis may be the best fight of our generation.
Eddie, real quick, if
wants 20 billion to fight Haney because he's the A side. What's your thoughts on this?
This is the problem with why fights don't get made. People think they're massive stars, but are never prepared to take a risk on the numbers. Unlike Haney Garcia. And look at what Haney and Tank did when they took a risk on the numbers, i.e. no guarantee, just a split on the show. They made an absolute fortune. If they would have taken a guaranteed purse, they would have made half what they made, right?
Eddie, real quick.
Back yourself. The problem is with Teofimo Lopez, if he backs himself on his numbers, he's going to be crying in his suit because the numbers don't exist. Unless Teofimo is fighting Ryan, unless Teofimo is fighting Tank, right there, which are all great fights, then they're just not massive fights for Teofimo Lopez. We saw it at the gate, Madison Square Garden. We saw it at the gate in Las Vegas the other day. We saw it on the ratings with ESPN. That's just the way it is.
Eddie, real quick.
Eddie, there's still a chance to get that.
Listen, one thing I promise you, and I don't know Shakur, but I'm 1,000,000% sure
Hold on.
he will fight anybody. And so will Devin.
Eddie.
Yo, what the fuck? Yo, I think Ryan just walked in here with a monkey mask on, bro.
That's it.
Yo, Ryan just walked in here with a monkey mask on. Let me go on mute for a minute.
Why is it that PBC are the ones where you could go there in trouble financially, but no one says that about the zone when you guys are?
Because they don't have a broadcaster that is paying them money to service their fighters.
Yeah, but the zone is raising costs, and
No,
they're
DAZN
going
has the biggest
to.
budget in boxing,
Okay.
and continuously make sure.
So they haven't
that all
raised
of
their
them-
subscriptions at all over
Of course
the.
they have. Everybody's raised their subscriptions
Okay.
over the past couple of years.
Eddie.
But your question is, why is PBC struggling and why are DAZN not? The answer is DAZN pay a lot of money to promoters for rights fees to service their fighters and keep them active. PBC do not have a broadcaster that pay rights fees for a consistent schedule.
Well,
They
they are
have
with
a-
Amazon, right?
No, they have a broadcaster where they've got a couple of pay-per-views
Okay.
that they have to take a risk on with no guarantees. They have no plan, they have no schedule, they have no regular content outside of pay-per-views that, quite frankly, aren't even really pay-per-views.
Okay.
And you cannot run a business, you cannot build a schedule, you cannot maintain and service your fighters if you do not have a broadcaster that is paying rights fees for regular Saturday night fights.
Yeah, but outside of maybe the Saudi fights, what has the zone? What big fights have the zone put on outside of the Saudi fights?
Are you joking?
No, I want to know.
I mean,
What do you-
Haney against Garcia.
I mean, this is now. We're talking about
Katie
prior
Taylor,
to.
Anthony Joshua, Ryan Garcia. You got.
Ryan Garcia was with Tank last time. That's with a PBC fight.
No, that was on the zone. Do your maths. Also,
Yeah,
he
that
just
was
fought
on-
Duarte on the zone.
Okay.
Like a couple of
But
months
those are pay-per-view fights,
No,
or
they weren't.
no, no. That's what I'm saying. But I'm
I
saying.
think you work for the PBC.
No, I'm not. I'm just challenging you, bro. That's I just say I'm just here
every
to.
single week. I mean,
Okay.
every single week we've got Taylor
Okay.
Cattrall. The week after this is a sold-out event in the UK.
Okay.
You've got Haney against Garcia. We just did Jaime Munguia against John Ryder. We did Bam against Sonny Edwards Unification. We're going to be doing Bam against Estrada, massive Mexican fight in the summer. You've got Virgil Ortiz. You've got Diego Pacheco. You've got Balank. I mean, like, it's every single week.
Eddie, real quick, let me
All right,
ask you a
thanks,
question.
sir.
What have you learned about the American market since you've been working here? No, it's a good question. It's a good fucking question. Yeah, yeah. Neil.
And welcome everybody to the first press conference for the super lightweight world title showdown between longtime rivals Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. I'm Chris Mannix, part of the DAZN broadcast team. The rivalry between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia dates back to the amateur days when Devin and Ryan split 6 fights against each other. On April 20th, live at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, there'll be a rubber match, this time with a world title on the line, live worldwide on DAZN. Tickets will be available at the Barclays Center soon, so keep an eye on that in the coming days. Right now, I'm going to bring in the fighters. I'm going to introduce first the former interim 135-pound champion, one of the biggest stars in boxing today, and one of the purest punchers in the sport today, King Ryan Garcia. The man Ryan Garcia will face on April 20th is one of the most accomplished young fighters in the sport today. He is the former undisputed 135-pound champion, the current reigning and defending WBC 140-pound champion, the Dream, Devin Haney.
Yes.
All right, well, in just a few minutes, I'm going to bring up the promoter of this event, Oscar De La Hoya, the chairman of Golden Boy Promotions, introduce the fighters. But as I mentioned, this fight will be streamed live worldwide on DAZN, and DAZN closed 2023 with an unrivaled schedule, and this year is picking up right where it left off. Last month, Jaime Munguia secured one of the biggest wins of his career, stopping John Ryder, and just last week, Edgar Berlanga reestablished himself as a player in the 168-pound division with a spectacular knockout of Patrick McCrory. This weekend, Amanda Serrano will defend her 126-pound titles in her return to the island of Puerto Rico, with Jake Paul continuing his pursuit of a major fight, appearing on the undercard. And in a little over 2 weeks' time, we will see the return of William Zepeda, one of the most exciting lightweights in all of boxing. And at the end of the month, Gilberto Ramirez will attempt to become a 2-division world champion when he takes on Arsan Goulamarian. All that action will lead into the 140-pound showdown between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia on April 20th. I want to welcome now the Vice President of Marketing for DAZN, Mr. Albie Sharp.
Hi everyone. Thanks for being here today. Thanks, Chris. What an atmosphere it is in here. Fantastic turnout, and rightfully so. I'm going to keep this brief because I'm eager to hear from the fighters, as the whole world are. I will say this: DAZN is the global home of boxing. We put on the biggest events in the world with the biggest names. On April 20th, there's nothing bigger out there at the moment. We truly have the biggest stars on our platform. Back in December, I saw Ryan's electric return to the ring against Oscar Duarte as he dispatched the film with ease. Later that month, Devin Haney dismantled Regis Prograis and added another world title to his collection. This event in April slots in, as Chris said, to an already packed spring schedule. Amanda Serrano and Jake Paul return this weekend. Next week, we're over in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia for Knockout Chaos. Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou on Friday, March the 8th. Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world on May 18th, and huge domestic matchups in and amongst that. What a time it is to be a boxing fan. We at DAZN are incredibly proud, immensely proud to be delivering an unmatched schedule to our customers and sports fans around the world. But I'll leave you with this: we have 2 very special fighters, one unmissable night of boxing, April 20th, live worldwide, only on DAZN. Thank you very much.
Well, as I mentioned, this is a grudge match between two longtime amateur rivals, but the WBC's version of the 140-pound title will be on the line. Devin Haney is a two-division WBC world champion. Ryan Garcia has held an intro version of the WBC's 135-pound title. He represented WBC. Please welcome Mauricio Suleiman.
Want that franchise status with you?
Buenas tardes, good afternoon. I'm so happy to be back in New York and to be present for what is going to be a trilogy. I see this fight going 2, 3, 4 times between these two young kids. I'm so happy to see Oscar de la Hoya, Bernard Hopkins, great promoters from Golden Boy with Eddie Gomez, to see Eddie Hearn from Matchroom, to see William Haney, and to see promoters working together. This is what we need in boxing. What we need is to see the greatest fights out there. Ryan and Haney have been in the merge of meeting each other for many years. But this is the right time for them to fight. They've gone the path very close, nearing to make it happen, but now it is April 20, Barclays Center here in New York. The zone has grown to be the network of boxing. I'm very proud, very honored and thankful to the zone for the work that they do every time to make boxing and put it in the map. These are two young kids with great social media following. I trust they will use that platform as their role models and they will behave properly in the lead up of this fight. You can say anything you want to each other. Just remember that kids are looking at you. Just remember that you are on the stage to make boxing proud and to make the WBC proud. I wish both the best of luck. God bless. And I'd like to thank especially Sandor Martin, the WBC mandatory contender, to understand the size of this fight and to accept to be part of them fighting each other. Wish you best of luck to both sides. God bless you. And may the best man win. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I guess he stepped aside from him. Yeah, he did. But he said it like he's good. Like he said.
Well, in 2019, Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing made Devin Haney one of his first major U.S. signings. He got into his first world title, and just 2 months ago, promoted the fight that saw Devin become a two-division world champion. I'd like to invite up now the chairman of Matchroom Boxing, Mr. Eddie Hearn.
Thank you, Ryan. Firstly, what a great turnout here in New York. We just want to echo the words of Alfie and Maurizio about the unbelievable work that DAZN are doing in the sport of boxing. We made our move to DAZN a few years ago in America and recently in the UK. We saw the vision that they had to become the global home of boxing. And every weekend, there is a mega fight from around the world. This is one of the greatest fights that could be made in the sport. We're fresh off Orlando, Oaxaca, got Japan coming up, and in just 10 days' time, on Friday, March the 8th, Anthony Joshua fights Francis Ngannou in Riyadh. This really is the unrivaled home of boxing. I just want to say particularly well done to Oscar and Bill for making this fight, and well done for Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, because without the fighters winning the biggest tests, we don't see fights like this happening. I see Mr. Garcia on his throne. He's a very handsome man. But this guy to the right, he's a different kind of breed. What Bill has done with Devin has been an incredible story of father and son. In the early days, paying for his fights in Mexico, probably for no purses. They hustled their way to get recognised, to get respected. And when we joined up with him in 2019, I met a man that was very special. In 2020, he told me to get him Vasily Lomachenko. I thought it was a terrible idea. He said, get me that fight. We chased that fight to the point where the WBC had no choice but to make him champion. It's not something he wanted to earn it against the best. And I'm so pleased now that he's getting the plaudits that he deserves. Because from there, after beating Jojo Diaz and Jorge Linares, he got the opportunity to go into the backyard of George Kambosos in Australia to become the undisputed champion. He then had to go back and do it all over again. Then he came back and he finally got his chance against Vasily Lomachenko. He chose that as a voluntary defense. Who does that? Who chooses Vasily Lomachenko as a voluntary defense? He did that. He moved straight up a weight class. He beats Regis Prograis in a shutout to become a 2-division world champion. And on April 20th, at the Barclays Centre, these two are not just fighting for the prestigious WBC world title. They're fighting really as the face of boxing. The face of boxing in years to come, because they're 25 years old. This is what's going to make this sport great. And these are two great fighters, but this man to my right, I think he might be unbeatable. I think he might be one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the sport. And when you're as dedicated to the sport as he is, and when you do things right...
That's a crazy statement. You know what? There's a statement I do, where anybody's beatable. That's cap.
Anyone's beatable.
I like you.
I like you. But I back this man every day of the week and twice on a Sunday.
You don't got a lot?
I don't lie. I just say,
You said you dig somebody. I got you.
I do, I think he's unbeatable. But one thing I do is I respect you for taking this challenge. Because you have proven time and time again you are willing to fight the very best in the sport. And that is great for boxing. But I will leave you with this. On April 20th, you'll get an amazing card. And I see this man as being, and still, the WBC champion of the world.
Well, it was almost 30 years ago to the day that a young Oscar De La Hoya won his first world title, knocking Junior Breedall down 3 times en route to a 10th round knockout. A little older Oscar, Misty on that one. On April 20th, you'll watch the biggest star in his promotional stable attempt to become a world champion for the very first time. To introduce the fighters and their teams, please welcome the chairman and CEO of Golden Boy Promotions, Oscar De La Hoya.
Gracias, gracias. Thank you very much. And welcome to Fight of the Year. You have Devin Haney, who is an unbelievable talent, undefeated. He has worked his way up to becoming a major threat at 140 and at 135 and 147 if he decides to move up. But on the other hand, you have Ryan Garcia, who is willing to be the best, who is willing to take challenges. I mean, you have to think about this. Both fighters wanted this fight. When I was talking to Bill and Bill Haney Promotions, it was easy to make. We had a handshake deal in, 10 minutes? When I talked to Ryan, he said, do it, let's go. I want to be great. I want to fight the best.
Yep.
I want to prove to the world. I want to prove to myself that I am the best. And here we are, in New York, the media capital of the world, the fight mecca. It's going down April 20th, and we're all excited. Are you guys excited? Let's go. If you guys didn't know, they fought 6 times already in the amateur, and they're 3-3. So this one does count. This fight here is, like they say, for all the marbles. This fight here is to see who the best fighter at 140 is. And the start of a great, great career at 140. The weight division is stacked with great, great talent like Teofimo Lopez. You got fighters who are moving up to 140, 147. So this is the weight class to watch. This is the fight to watch. The best fighting the best. And when I started Golden Boy, that was my vision. To have the best fight the best. And we're here now, today. I'm super excited because when you build a star, you have to fight in New York. You have to fight here to become the best, to be the best. And so I'm very, very excited, thrilled that both fighters are willing to be the best and fight the best. So thank you very much. I will now have the pleasure to introducing my partner, a legend, a champion in the middleweight division, a two-time division champion. That's Bernard Hopkins to say a few words. Bernard.
I'm going to be quick. First of all, I'd like to thank the Zone. I'd like to thank everybody that had a lot to do with putting this fight together. All right, you got your word in. But listen, this is what I want to make clear to everybody that's out there. This match was talked about years ago by Bill Haney, who came and asked me at a fight to make this fight, or at least try to influence it so it can happen. And I say that to say this, is that time do continue to move forward. And now, as we hear, and I've spoken this fight to an existence years ago, if you need some receipts to back up what I say, go to B-Hop the Alien and you'll see the video on my Instagram. So, hold up. So, now that we are here, a lot of us got to be mindful what we ask for. Because what you ask for, you might not want when you get it. And so, this fight here in New York City, out of all places in the world, especially the United States, this is the Mecca city to fight. And to get your to me, this is the place that you must come through to get your stamp of birth certificate approval of greatness. And when you come to New York City, whether it's Madison Square Garden, now the Barclays Center, you must show and prove, because one thing about New Yorkers and one thing about being on this East Coast, we show the world that you better come right. And so these two young fighters, young men, not kids, gotta understand that to be great, you must do great things. And the best in the division, like the Ray Leonard divisions, like the 70s division, the 80s divisions, or the 50s divisions, the best for the best. And that's what Golden Boy set out to do. That's how we spoke about this is how we wanted to do this. And we started off with what? We started off with Ryan Garcia. We started off with Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis and kept the momentum. Now, as all the sanctioning bodies and all the boxing fans, whether you biased or non-biased, you're starting to see a trend. You're starting to see a contagious fight by fight by fight, not only by us, by others. It sparked a flame in the boxing world. So let's not forget, because some have quick memories, but they have bad thinking and bad memories. So to everybody that understands the greatness of fights, this is one of those fights that can go down in history. Because I believe that both guys have the talent to change each of those minds that go in them rounds by round and be the winner. This fight here has a fight superstar stamped all over it, and I believe it will be.
You want to squash the beef? For real?
We don't have no beef.
Okay, there we go.
We don't have no beef. See, when it comes to knowing, and my partner can verify this, Oscar, when it comes to knowing greatness, I lost my first pro fight. And I told Ryan in the dressing room, it ain't how you start, it's how you finish. And you must understand that, because the great ones that came up from wherever they came up, off the ground, out of the penitentiary, anywhere else, and they became great. But it's very few who will continue to keep that mindset that it ain't over until it's over. And Ryan's career starts with this fight here, as far as I'm concerned.
seminar. Next, I would like to invite Devin Haney's father, manager and trainer.
Let's go, Bill! Let's go, Bill!
He has done an incredible job shepherding his son to the top of the boxing world. Ladies and gentlemen, representing Devin Haney Promotions, Bill Haney.
Let's go, Bill!
First of all, I want to thank Allah for making this whole thing possible. I want to thank Oscar for having that fine, beautiful blue suit on to try to distract me from the shit that the alien just said. Because I'm telling you, I don't understand it. I didn't understand it then, and I still don't understand it now. When I came to him with business. I came to him with the best fighter in the world. And I came to him and I said, I'm going to go to proper protocol, and I'm going to approach you, and I'm going to bring Devin to him. I mean, I don't know where the animosity came or the bullshit plan. He says he's from, and he was in the penitentiary. And you know, he keep making these references back to the penitentiary. Well, some things that if you've really been in the penitentiary, you just don't bring up. The alien still seems to think that he can highlight that and somehow give off the image that he's doing something for the people. Well, no, he hasn't. You know what I mean? It's lucky that he has mended his same thing with my good brother right here, Ryan Garcia, and the brown people, but definitely everything that he's done hasn't represented me or what my people stand for. So I'm gonna get past that part. And I'm gonna say what a wonderful fight that this is and a wonderful opportunity to first, Eddie Hearn, Hall of Fame promoter within himself that Devin and we've been working with for quite some time. But I knew that this was gonna take something special. An assignment that Devin sent me to do was to approach the only human being that's a Hall of Fame fighter and a Hall of Fame promoter, and that's Oscar De La Hoya. Okay, and I put the onus on him. I said, listen, when you were a Hall of Fame fighter, you fought everybody. So as a Hall of Fame promoter, I put the onus on you that you are now going to make the fight between two guys in their prime, just like you did. And if you don't represent that, then I don't see you as the Hall of Fame promoter. And he assured me that that's just what he is. If both fighters wanted to fight, that he would assure that had happened. And he was a man of his word, and we made it happen. As far as Ryan Garcia and this whole thing about New York not being the place to make this fight happen.
230 people in here, 75 likes. Y'all better get right.
Tough, you can be the king in California, but if you ain't came through New York, then you ain't made it for real. I know this, that if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere, so that's where we came. I mean, it was a no-brainer. I mean, if it was Brooklyn, it was going to be. If it was Madison Square Garden, it's going to be. It didn't matter. And let me let you know this. It doesn't matter the state or the place, because Devin is going to beat up Ryan's pretty little face. And there's going to be some men that are going to be happy. And there's going to be some girls that's going to be crying. Because by round 5, down goes Ryan.
Yeah!
Talk, man. Wait. Thank you. One more thing to not only Oscar De La Hoya, but also Holly De La Hoya, who's so underrated, who did a lot to make this fight happen. And shout out to Holly. I know she came up with the idea for the conference entrance with you beautiful girls. It wasn't Ryan's idea, it had to been Holly. And shout out to Holly De La Hoya.
I swear, ask the girl. Did I come up with it?
She paid us.
Thank you.
Next, I would like to introduce someone who has become one of the go-to trainers for the world's leading fighters. It is my pleasure to introduce the two-time trainer of the year and Ryan Garcia's head man in the corner, Derek James. Derek.
All right, Derek.
Well, everyone, I'm really happy to be here, and I would never thought that, to be another big event for this with Devin, a great fighter. His father brought him a long way. Me and Ryan getting together, and I think it's going to be a really great deal. I can't wait to show everything we're working on and show just how good and how much improvement Ryan is making constantly. And for him to become WBC champ, so Mauricio, you always been in the family. You know, to have champions always for the last 8 or 9 years or whatever. So I'm looking forward to that. And let's get it, Ryan.
I'm the champ.
Thank you very much, Derek. And now for the fighters, it is my pleasure. This young man, at such a young age, you know, he's daring to be great. These both fighters here, at the tender age of, 24, 25, are fighting the very best at a young age. And we don't see that anymore. You know, this fight here truly is the best against the best. And when I saw Ryan Garcia for the first time throwing his punches, fighting in the amateurs, you know, I did see something special. And he's proven it many times over. And it doesn't mean just because you lose one fight that your career is over. It means that you have the opportunity to get right back up and prove to the world that you are the best. So it is my pleasure, and thank you very much for making this this fight easy. It literally took 5 minutes with a handshake to make this fight, because both guys are daring to be great. With a record of 24-1, 20 knockouts, Ryan Garcia.
First of all, I'm going to start this on a serious note. I know you guys see the throne, you guys see me coming out like a king, but I just want to give glory to the King of Kings, Jesus Christ. Where I live my life and I let him lead me in everything I do, so I want to start there. And second, shout out NYC, was good. Yeah, I see y'all, man, it's love. It's just a big opportunity for me. When I first came into the game, I just wanted to make a bunch of money, and then I did that. But now I want to go for the legacy. I want to go for the belts. Devin's in the way. You know, I'm on my vengeance arc. I'm ready to get back in blood and everything. So I'm coming straight for his neck. I promise you that. I promise you, I'm coming straight for you. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly. I'm talking about ugly. You're going to need a help him, I swear. You're going to have 3 opportunities to save him. It's going to be bad. Anyways, all I got to say is this, man. Shout out my team. Straight up. Shout out my team. My team's great. Shout out CC, shout out everyone. Matty B, Demi, all of them, Ajay, the whole crew, Gunner, Gaines. Shout out Bernard, shout out Oscar, shout out everybody. Even shout out Eddie Hearn. Not even. Okay, I'm gonna explain this, all right? I love NYC. Everybody thinks I'm hating on fighting NYC. I love NYC personally. I do. And my whole thing is this. If we could do May 4th in Vegas, why not? Why wouldn't we fight in Vegas? That's cool. But look, if it's NYC, it's NYC. I'm gonna get to here at the Barclays, April 20th. So be it. Let God's will be done, not mine. So I'm straight up. If he wants, we'll fight April 20th. I'm gonna destroy you anyway. April 20th, May 4th. You can pick a date tomorrow, right now. Like, it doesn't matter. Anytime. What are you talking about, bro? You're always talking, bro. You're the most enjoying one in the group. I like your hair. I remember when you were a baby. Remember that. The one with the afro. I remember when you were a baby.
The one with the afro?
I've been knowing you for a while.
Oh, sure.
You know that. Anyways, I'm going to beat the shit out of him out.
I was like, shit, I know you was talking to me. Nigga.
Now take that hit, bro. Take that.
I had the, what? No. I had him.
The question is, are we going to hear and the new or still?
And still!
You know, at just 25 years of age, there's not a lot that I can, that Devin Haney hasn't accomplished in the sport of boxing. He is undefeated, we got 25. He's undefeated, he is 2-time division world champion, and he fights anyone and everyone. So on April 20, he will look to become the face of American boxing. Ladies and gentlemen, the former undisputed lightweight champion of the world and current WBC super lightweight champion, Devin the Dream Haney.
Yeah, buddy! Dev got on Tim's. He won.
Alhamdulillah, without him, none of this would happen. This is a great opportunity for me and my family. A great fight for the fans. We know that Ryan does not want the fight to be here. Behind closed doors, he's tricking the people. He's doing anything that he can to make the fight go to Vegas on a later date. But the fight needs to happen on April 20th at the Barclays here in New York. It's going to be a hell of an event. And listen, we've seen Ryan quit before. We've seen him
You okay?
Be no different. The zone, they put the bounty up, and on April 20th, we're capturing the bounty, and we come home with the victory, inshallah.
All right, who you guys have winning? Devin or Ryan? And still, New York, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We will now pose the fighters for pictures. Thank you.
Nice and quick. Nice and easy.
We'll do a quick Q&A first before we get to the questions, get to the photos with these two guys. Ryan, I wanted to ask you, Devin has been kind of on your radar for a number of years now. You guys are around the same age, fighting the same weight class. The day he beat Regis Prograis, you went on social media and said you're ready to fight Devin Haney. Why is now the right time for this fight?
I explained this before in the face-off, but I feel like he was picking up steam. He finally, became like more of a draw and like big potential for a great fight and a great event. So I seen him, obviously every time he fights it's mid, it's like whatever, but he did a little better this time. So I was like, all right, let's do it, let's run it. And this is just the perfect timing. It's for the WBC bout. It's at a healthy weight, 140. Everything's on the line. I think this is the right moment, and that's why.
Devin, why do you think he's so eager to fight you now?
I think that it makes sense. I've been wanting to fight Ryan for a long time, and we can say he's eager to fight me, but we don't know. If he goes on another jog with Floyd, he might pull out again. So we don't know. We gotta see.
That was a good one. Okay.
Dollar bill.
Devin, when you guys first squared off in the ring 4 years ago, there was a friendliness to it. There's a friendly rivalry there. Over the last couple of months, it seems like it's gotten pretty personal between you two guys. Why has it gotten to that point?
I spoke with this earlier. I heard some things that that Ryan has said about my religion, which me and Ryan talked about before. That he said that he didn't say. So I'm not going to hold him to that. But at the end of the day, it's personal now. And it's bigger than boxing. We've been rivals since we've been 9, 10 years old, and now it's time to seal the deal. It's time that when it counts for everything on April 20th.
I think I want to just address that real quick. Obviously, we did it before, but I'm not here to disrespect him like that. I don't want to disrespect anybody's religion. I'm gonna keep it like that, and he knows I apologize to him if I did say it, but I didn't. But he says I did. But I just want to shake your head. Hey, I'm not even like that, right? All right.
Hey, but since you're telling the truth, then what did Floyd tell you? And did he tell you something to beat Devin? Or, come out the closet with it, Ryan. Y'all working together. It's lit and everybody is in it. Tell the truth, Ryan. What did he say?
Wait, what do you mean? What did he say? I don't know.
Said when Floyd met you and he showed you the quote-unquote sparring session and told you. So you got confident because he done told you how to beat Devin.
No, he didn't tell me that.
What did he say?
I already told you what he said. I'm not lying at all. I want to know what you want to know.
Someone in the
I don't understand the question.
Listen, Floyd didn't show you that motherfucking tape. Listen,
He did. I'm not, bro. Why would I lie, bro?
Listen,
Why he show you the tape then?
You just showed me.
He just popped out the tape.
Literally. We were in the car and he was like, "Yo, watch this." I'm like, "Oh shit."
Listen, he's lying.
Why would I cap about this?
I don't believe
Think
Floyd
about it.
like that. I don't think Floyd did that like that.
Nigga just lied on the
Anyways, you were 19.
I
I'm
do.
not gonna hold that against you.
I'm gonna tell you. All of them is
Tank was way
all of
older.
them is in it. They all in it. They all in it. They're going against Devin. And what you're gonna see is the face of boxing, and you're gonna see the new way of watching boxing, approaching boxing, crossing platforms, making promoters come together, working with the great WBC, and that's what you're gonna see. You're gonna see Devin the Dream Haney victorious and still, and he's against all of them. Floyd,
Bill, calm down. You sound like Don King now.
Now, wait a minute. We finally get a chance to hear from the guy that ran amateur boxing. Henry Garcia, who was the judge, the referee, the parking attendant. Am I right or wrong, Henry? Did you and your wife
the bottom line is they both met in the ring, like they're gonna meet.
No, I'm talking about amateur boxing. I was pissed off.
Okay,
Hey, this is gonna take. Who cares? You don't control this.
Did Ryan give Haney his first 8 counts? Just tell me that.
What?
Did he give him? He sure did. Come on, Don King, let's go.
No, look. I know he kind of switched it because he was a referee. His mom was a judge.
All right, no, wait, let me explain this though. The reason why my mom became the judge and my dad, because we didn't have no money, they would give you free hotels if you were a judge. That part. Right. Fuck you.
Right, guys, Devin is coming off a dominant win over Regis Prograde. He's widely considered a top 10 pound for pound guy. What makes you believe that you have what it takes to beat him?
I can go all day long. I'm not gonna get into that. He's gonna get his ass whooped.
He know he don't. He don't have the skills. He don't have the IQ. Listen, he don't have the heart. We seen him quit.
Use that tank line again,
We
please.
seen you take a knee. And on April 20th, we let the heat know different. When it gets hot,
You hugged the whole round. There's a whole round you were just holding. That's crazy.
Listen, have I ever quit like you did?
I'm
not even gonna make him
Why
quit. I'm
Derrick
just
James
gonna
looked
knock
at
him
him?
the fuck
Devin, your father likes to make bold predictions. He told me earlier this week that you're going to knock Ryan out in the first round.
Listen, if he get in there and he violate, he get in there, he get reckless, he will get caught. Like we've seen him get caught before.
Have you ever got a first round knockout? No doubt. Have you ever?
Hey, listen. Who has that? He gonna retire.
Yeah.
This
I'm gonna retire.
Hey, Ryan, if you get knocked out the first round and you gonna retire,
I'll give you my word.
Okay.
Come on now.
So are you gonna come the first round like? Are you gonna come like you come at Tank and you gonna come right?
I bet you wish I did that.
Are you coming? Right, are you coming? Like we just pulled and said he was gonna
strategy
be.
here. Strategy. We're just gonna win. That's all.
Hey Henry. Hey Henry.
Come on, Bill.
Get him! This shit ain't worked since amateur. Pass it back to Derrick James. Listen, is he gonna let me tell you, Derrick James has trailblazed for guys like me. He represents straightforward boxing, no nonsense, no talk, no none of that. I want to know, is he going to listen to Derrick James and is he going to be lean like Texas, lean on Devin, or is he going to get in there and start bullshit?
Derrick, no, he don't got no fucking discipline. Hey, Derrick, you know he don't got discipline.
It's none of your business. That's what
Derrick, let him know.
Ryan, that big left hand. Does this fight for you end in a knockout?
Yes, it does, but I want to just mess around and knock him out with the right hand. I just want to do that. I hope that happens.
Because we know you're a one-trick pony. That's why you.
See, hey, how funny would it be if I knocked him out with the right hand and he said that? That shit would be hilarious.
What if I knock you out with the hook? What if I knock you out with the hook? What if I knock you out with the hook?
That's impossible.
Okay.
Well, it's not impossible, but that's like a crazy
All right. April 20th. These two will be back here in New York City at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, live on the Zone Worldwide. Tickets will be available the next few days at the Barclays Center. Right now, I'm going to face these two guys off.
I can't stand up. I'm like 11 feet.
He said,
Nah, I ain't gonna do that to you, bro.
let's go, Devin. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to look. Don't make them look. Nah, let them go. Yeah, let them go.
Yeah. And still.
Who's the nigga behind it? Drink a beer.
Oh, nah.
Yo, Ryan looked like a villain from Miami Vice.
Word.
Man, you better back your bitch ass up, boy.
Hey, dude in the jacket, come on, man.
Yo, jacket.
Trench coat. We all trying to see. Guys, Blues brother.
Yo.
You in the way, bro.
Back up just a little.
Nobody want to see this black ass. We just scared as shit. We can't see. Right here with us.
All you saw was running by black coat. And now they was ready. They was ready.
So what, ain't gonna do this? Ain't gonna do no interviews, man?
That's all right.
Devin just woke up. Ain't doing no interviews?
They're not doing interviews, nothing?
I don't know.
Oh, man, that's kind of weird.
That's strange. That is strange. That's strange. You're doing an interview, man? That's weird. That's it? That was kind of crazy,
You
right?
gotta follow Hans. This nigga got seeking and destroying.
They come right there, right?
Yeah.
You know, Hans be on the grind and shit. Yeah, I be seeing him like, wait, how the fuck Hans find this money? I'm just trying to find what you always wrong, man.
Look
You
at
always
Sergey.
wrong, sir.
No, but
Sergey Devinchenko, people.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yo, take it easy, champ. All right, pleasure. All right. What? Yo, hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna try and ask Mauricio Suleiman what happened to the franchise status. I'm trying to get close to this nigga. I'm dead ass gonna ask him what happened.
I'm still gonna get it anyway, so it ain't gonna get it. I'm getting it anyway.
If you sit, you good. Now you good. If you sit. If you sit, let him sit.
Ryan, obviously a little bit different from what happened in Vegas.
Ryan's like a motherfucker. Drunk as a skunk. But, you know, hopefully, you know, he can get it together before he I'm out of 100 on him.
Devin, I know you said that.
It means everything. I fought here a long time ago. Well, not that long ago. Africa here. Much smaller than me. Much smaller than me. It was always my dream. Now we're here. The media coverage racing. I'm at media here right now. I'm excited for it.
Nobody can say that. I mean, various times that you be shaky for the fight. What gives you that feeling that you're going to pass
This is what I know. Ryan's team is reaching out to my team. Golden Boy, we're raw, talking about it. Ryan's trying to get the fight more. May 4th date. He keeps saying May 4th. It cannot be May 4th. Canelo's fighting on May 4th. Everybody knows this already. Yeah. He keeps saying that it's, we can do this, whatever. He can't do it. So what is he talking about?
Bill says that everybody's against him, including Floyd, and all of the boxing community. You feel that?
Nah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to say what mine started out. It don't matter. You know, it's always Devin Haney versus everybody. I got a good team around me. So, whatever it is what it is. I'm focused on my head. Whatever's going to be.
Saquon Jones with the boxing boys. Oh, you ready to go? Saquon Jones with the boxing boys. I saw you fight in Melbourne, Australia. It was very composed. Talk about the difference between the press conference in Cambosis and Melbourne and today's press conference in New York.
Yeah, well, our fight professional, the first time in sport, you know, this is how the fight. This is huge. This is crazy. In New York City, the capital of the world, so it's much bigger. The world is tuning into it. I can't wait. I'm excited to a great fight. Tell Ryan, do not pull out, do not try to get the fight nowhere else. The fight needs to be here in New York City. And it's going to be massive.
Why do you think he wants to move the fight?
This fight is a natural for the West Coast. Why did this particular matchup mark in the East Coast? Because it's that big. And it's, like I said, it's the biggest fight in the world. This is, look how many people, how many you guys are here right now to capture this. And this is eyeballs that we need. The fight will do good anyway, truly, but there's no better place than New York.
Devin,
on paper is Ryan. If you don't paper is Ryan, is it important for you to get a knockout in a big fight?
They can say what they want to say. I win. And I don't know if they're doing it. You've seen how much stronger I am at 140 in the last fight, and I want to get better, getting stronger. So until we get back to that, we'll see how much stronger I got here for the last.
Devin,
I'm sorry. You gotta say excuse me before you push through, bro. Pardon me, brother. I almost failed this time. No, I almost failed.
When is they gonna stop? I'm talking about the OG Gumby himself, Calvin, excuse me, Kenny Ellis and Calvin. So when they gonna stop making up lies and alibis, man?
Man, I think it's gonna happen when that time is near, man.
Yeah, okay, well, listen. Should I stop talking about it because the time ain't near?
No, talk.
Okay. All right, what do you make up every excuse possible?
Send a message.
Huh?
Send a message.
Listen, after we beat the shit out of Ryan Garcia, Tank, you ain't got no excuses.
Say it again.
You ain't got no excuses.
Yeah, Bill.
Hey, Drew Titan.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to WBC.
Yes, sir.
On this thing. Where's Devin?
Bill, you guys going for the knockout for real? What's up? Y'all going for the knockout?
Absolutely. I mean, Ryan gonna violate like Regis Prograis and Dev gonna demonstrate. Period. But if he come up in there, faking and playing, then you know what I'm saying, it could be what it's gonna be, just a beat down. But if he initiated, I mean, of course, Devin is a master boxer, and I mean, he can handicap you. But if you want it to be what it is, he gonna demonstrate.
Can you elaborate with the little beef going on with Bernard Hopkins? You spoke about it, being incarcerated. He always brings it up.
I mean, y'all seen it, man. You know what I mean? Everyone asking me something about a bathroom and the penitentiary, and we know that anybody that's been in the pen, that's, you know what I mean? You get out when you get mad at, you know what I mean? Especially if you bring it up. So he doesn't have anything else to say today. You know what I'm saying? Because I brought a couple guys that might want to go to the bathroom with him.
Yikes! Hey, listen, man. On the face-off, you start saying Ryan get real upset, start shaking a little bit. I thought he was going to try to take off for real. What do you think? Why do you think Ryan got that upset? Just,
I mean, there's a lot of emotion in it. I mean, and you guys get a chance to talk to the camps. I think that the realization is setting in that you're fighting the best fighter in the world, period. Best skill set, best jab, best defense, best feet work. I mean, the list goes on. So I'm just a happy, trainer and manager to the best fighter in the world. You can no longer down him. You got to crown him.
What's the statement you guys want to make April 4th?
For sure. I mean, one of the statements that we want to make is that we can make those fights happen, right? I mean, we chase legacy, and then, I mean, the guys that you guys crowned, I mean, said the legacy didn't reign supreme, that it was all about being a draw. So we got their draw. That was their biggest draw. We got him in Headlock, and we got him in Brooklyn. Can you imagine that? The home of Jay-Z, Biggie, and this lane wants to start talking about some other city. We know you can be tough in Oakland, you can be big in California, but you ain't that big unless you came to New York City and did it.
So there was never an issue with coming to New York City, right?
Huh?
There was never an issue coming to New York City on your end.
We loved it. I mean, it was like, an open invitation that's saying that you got the megaphone in New York, you got to fight there, and you got the whole week to go everywhere and invite people to come watch your fight. What better city to do it in New York?
How hard was it to do the negotiations to get this deal?
Listen, it wasn't hard because they've been lying. They don't tell the truth. Devin sent me on a special assignment, like always, to make the fights happen. That's legacy defining, career defining in him, right? So I stepped to Oscar De La Hoya to make the shit happen, and told him, I said, if you're gonna be a Hall of Fame promoter like he was a Hall of Fame trainer, then you're gonna have to make the best fight in their prime.
Bill, they just announced Subriel Matias over here at Matchroom Boxing. If you can't get Tank Davis, Subriel's over there, you think you can unify before the end of the year?
I think that it's a very real possibility to fight with Subriel, the one-armed bandit, anytime. I called him up after the fight like I do. As soon as Devin handled his business, I called to see what's cracking, who talking about what. I mean, and they told me to call him back. I called him back. Then they told me that they were going to call me, and they never called. So now he got a new management, new team, and maybe a new outlook on it. But he's still a one-armed bandit. For sure. For sure.
Can you tell us about you felt like Mayweather was against you, or everyone's against you? You said, but you're going to.
No, I didn't say. I just said that he's with Ryan on this one. You know what I mean? Maybe we can flip him back over on this side. But right now, he's riding with Ryan, and he knows that we're closer than Ryan is to casting a shadow of a doubt that he might not have been as good as Devin is at 25. I know it's a fight for freedom. It's a fight for Devin owning his show and being a real promoter in the game. So I think that maybe, with all that going on, that Floyd is pulling for himself as well as pulling for Ryan, that Devin doesn't come out on top. But it ain't going to work, Floyd.
Devin showed the video. He could have stopped. That he showed the video.
He should have showed the sparring video of him and Devin. Yeah.
What?
Now, why he's showing all this video? Yeah, show the sport. And it was 6-0. It wasn't close. It was like Floyd was looking in the mirror when I told him.
How long ago was that?
It was before the Conor McGregor fight when he finally decided that he could no longer be in the boxing with no real fighters. Devin is the one that stamped that. He knew that the torch had to be passed, and he passed it to Devin. I mean, because it was either forced or it is what it is right now. We will be challenging him, and like we challenge everybody. There's nobody in boxing in or around the division that, you know what I mean, he's not looking to fight.
Why do you feel Floyd is salty in the situation with you and Devin?
I don't know. I won't say the word salty, because when you got that much money, you know what I mean, it's hard to be salty about anything, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's just the way that it is. It's the new era, it's the Devin Haney era, and that's what it is. And he's hanging on to the Floyd Mayweather era. I mean, so hard, he choked out Terrence Crawford. He's still talking about he in boxing. Terrence Crawford couldn't have an era to himself. And if you put Terrence Crawford against any opponent on Floyd's resume, who do you have favorite? Terrence Crawford or one of Floyd's opponents?
Why does Ryan keep mentioning another?
No, I'm
date and
asking the
location?
question first. Do we got Terrence Bud Crawford beating everybody on Floyd's resume?
Was Terrence beat Floyd?
Huh? Well, that's what I was going to ask you after. I mean, shit. You did? I mean, it's an era where Terrence was in the shadows of Floyd. And when Devin came along, there was no shadow that was big enough. Because we're not taking no prisoners. We know that our job is to get to the Mount Rushmore of boxing, where the greats are. And Tank Davis is a stay busy. Ryan Garcia stay busy. Teofimo Lopez stay busy. And the one-armed bandit himself, Matias, stay busy fights. But you know what these promoters do. You saw what Eddie Hearn did. He got the opponent for Devin. You saw what Top Rank did. He went and got the opponent. They're in the opponent business. We're in the winning business.
Is 47 still in the picture, that Bill?
Right now the picture is Ryan Garcia and that left hook that he got. You know what I mean? That's what's on the plate right now. You know, we focused on that. And you know, we know that he's a boxer impersonating as a TikTok star. We got too much. You don't have that much amateur background and that much boxing in you to be saying that you're a TikTok star. He's trying to fool us with that smile and all that shit. You know what I mean? But he's a fighter. He's a fighter posing as a TikTok star to draw attention to his boxing. And we planned on April the 20th, putting an end to all that bullshit.
Bill, does he have another weapon that you feel like you have to neutralize?
Well, he does have another weapon he won't be able to use. That's Henry Garcia and Miss Garcia. They used to be coaches. They were everything. They were the judges, they were the referees, they were the parking attendants, they were everything. And I think now, when you've lost the ability that you've been brought up with all that control, that now it's reality is sinking in.
When you look at Ryan right now, and you guys fought so many times in the amateurs, what do you see that he does different now as a pro compared to what you faced in the amateurs?
You know what? It just all depends. Right now, like I say, you don't get to be 12-time national champion. Like G Hack gonna tell you all that. These guys that have gotten there got something. And I would be a fool to stand up here and say that you have a Hall of Fame trainer who's paved the way, like Derek James, for us, that you're not coming to the game with something. It's going to be Devin's responsibility and obligation to handicap Ryan, and of course, upstage Ryan and anything that Derek is bringing to him.
What do you think was on that tape that Floyd showed him that he can really use to beat Devin?
I don't know what Dollar Bill had on the tape. You did? I don't know what he had on the tape, but in this big movie, that he wants to play somehow the shadows, right? Like he does. We're not gonna let that happen. You not. You know what I'm saying? He's with him. We know they in it, and you know what I mean. And on April the 20th, he's gonna be sad just like that team.
Have you ever seen a fight so big that everybody's concerned and want to see an interest with a sparring session?
Well, that's the way it started. It was Devin Haney versus everybody, and it's still Devin Haney versus everybody.
Damn right.
Well, I mean, I told him, it's going to be some men that are happy. It's going to be some women that's crying. By round 5, down goes Ryan. And I stand on that. I believe that. I don't believe that this kid is who he say he is. And we're going to see. And Devin, one thing about Devin is he continues to get better. I mean, don't we all agree each fight he's gotten better? So it's hard for even a great trainer like Derek James to prepare for the unpreparable because you haven't seen it. So I think that's the thing that's drawing people closer and closer to Devin is that he continues, no matter the money, he continues to stay focused and get better, and that can't be anything but attractive.
Do you think it's going to be one shot or a systematic breakdown?
Devin is an elite fighter. I mean, so it's all going to be systematic, but it can't be one shot, being that if Ryan violates, Devin demonstrates. You know what I mean? So if Ryan comes in and calculated like the boxer that he is, trying to set the traps, then of course, the games will begin. But if he throws everything out the window and comes like he comes that fighters shouldn't do, I mean, if they encourage him, I don't think Derek has that on the playbook for him. But if he abandons anything that Derek is talking about and come forward, he will get knocked out in the first round.
Vamos, dale.
We're gonna do it in one-on-one.
Huh?
We're gonna do it one-on-one.
One-on-one? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Let me just finish with the thing.
Bill, you referenced the Floyd Mayweather sparring session. How many times over the years have they sparred?
Floyd and Dev, they sparred that one time. Yeah, they sparred once. Well, but you know, everybody to spar Floyd once. If he gets, if it don't go that way, he spar him twice.
I got it. I got it. Nah, I got it. I got it. I got it.
Huh?
I got it.
So he ain't small him the second time because it didn't go his way.
Well, you got to read into what he's saying.
Bill,
Yeah,
when you
got it.
and your son started on this journey, who was 7, 8 years old, is this what you envisioned coming in one of these big mega fights? How?
This is part of it.
Yeah.
No, this is definitely part of it. But I'm saying is the route to the Mount Rushmore of boxing. This is what constituted. I mean, it's everything, all the hate, all the all the ridicule and all the fake narratives. I mean, that's what the great fighters went through. You know what I mean? And Floyd Mayweather in particular. So I mean, it's all part of the process.
When was the first time something like this crept into your mind that this is possible?
Someone always says that, but it's always been constant. You know what I mean? Milestones within our relationship. I mean, so. Every day it's like waking up and it's the 1st of the 15th. No, but you don't know about that.
Okay, go ahead. It's the 1st and 15th for me.
Oh, bless you. You got it. You got it.
Aprendí a hacer arte, imagínate. Oh.
Yes. Thank you.
Question for you. So
With Devin, is he still here?
Go over there. Over there.
Oh, okay.
So with Ramadan coming up, observing the fast, how is that going to affect
I'll be great like I'm always. He on the move. Sorry? Okay. Sorry.
Dev, how excited are you to fight New York?
Devin, don't take good. What you like the most about New York City?
Your boy.
Yeah, what you like the most about New York City?
So they're chasing him out the door?
No, they're not chasing him. The dudes is trying to start shit. They talking about where the Haney team at.
Who?
These dudes.
Hold on.
They talking about where the Haney team at.
Hold on. Wait. Whoa. Hold on. Excuse me. Ugh. Here's my coat. Pardon me.
We get you real quick, Greg.
I'm sorry, pardon me.
There's too much going on out. We gotta.
No. You said what? Where they outside?
Yeah, they went up already.
All right. You hold this for me 1 second?
These dudes came out of nowhere talking about where the Haney team at. So the security just rushed them outside. They came from up there. And security wasn't supposed to let them by because the thing was to let the fighters get out before letting them come by. So I don't know where the fuck them other dudes is at. This is why they shouldn't let fans in here. Like, that shit is...
This is why they're closing.
Yeah.
This is why they're closing, just to meet.
And they need to do that. It's better that way because we know how to conduct ourselves.
Yo, let me run outside real quick. And of course, we got some clowns being ridiculous. Let's see what it's about. These cats be doing too much.
Too much going on. That's what happens. You say fans.
You gotta leave the fans. Yo, when it comes to this, they can't let the fans in.
No, they can't. I don't even know what made them.
Now watch this. That was the Haney team. Yep. I don't know. Luke probably outside.
Coming through, excuse me.
Pardon me, brother.
Appreciate you, bro.
You heard? You what happened there? They scored some niggas out?
Yeah.
That shit was wild, wasn't it?
That shit was intense. That shit was hella intense.
There it is.
This is what we doing?
This is why I'll be bringing my wife.
It's gonna be a big fight.
That's why I'll be bringing my wife, because I'll be ready to, man. That's why I be
It's gonna
telling
be a
her,
big
stay
fight.
home. You can't. Where you got
There's buzz for this fight. I don't care what anyone say.
Shit, I got the shit.
It's gonna be the shiznit.
He said the shit. I need a mic set up.
Word is bond.
It's ceramic. It's called smart mixing.
What the fuck going on, man? Shit crazy, man.
Yo, I'm gonna go ahead and end this live, man. I bring it to y'all, man. Drew Tight, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC.
No. Hands on that. Ryan.
I don't need to do all of that.
Wow. But where's he going? His car ain't here. He's on the other side.
I'm trying to get B-Hot, man. B-Hot slip down out of there.
He's on that side. He slid out of here with his Mr.
Damn.
See me in the bathroom?
The bathroom.
That's what I call him, Mr. See me in the
Yo, man.
bathroom? Let's go in the bathroom real quick.
Bathroom be hot.
Yo,
It's mad buzz for this
told
shit.
Ryan take that monkey hat off shit.
I told you, bro.
Yeah,
Ryan was walking around with a monkey hat on, man.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man. Bullshit, man.
Good look at it.
Yeah.
Yo, man, I'm out of here, yo. Much love. Bronx on deck.
That shit was wild.